Yeah, I guess I have to admit it. I'm privileged. I am a higher middle-class white American. But this isn't where my privilege ends. Surprised? Don't be. We are a family of beautiful people. I'm serious. We're literally all beautiful. My dad, my mom, my brothers, and me. Yeah, you might be like,
Are you supposed to call men beautiful?
but what else can I say? The word handsome is not enough to describe the guys in my family. They are, in fact, beautiful. Before we go on, quickly hit the like and subscribe button if you want my life. Come on, you know you secretly do. No one has to know. Now that you've done that, let's move on. Everyone admired us and wanted to be like us. We weren't just beautiful, we were smart. We aced all our classes. We all had leadership positions in school, in church, and in the community. Everyone knew and worshipped our family. Everybody wanted to date one of us. Even our exes bragged about us.
Yeah, I used to date Lucy. Yeah, she broke up with me after only a few weeks, but at least I dated her. Did you ever have a chance to date her? No? So shut up.
Only a few lucky people could get their hands on any one of us, though. Why, you may ask? Well, because you had to be extremely attractive to date one of the Cargills. Our parents had high standards, and you couldn't bring home anyone who didn't match these standards. Whoever you were bringing home as a boyfriend or girlfriend had to be rich, smart, athletic, and most importantly, as beautiful or even more beautiful than our family members. What else would you expect? We were the perfect family. It was fun growing up, I must admit. People worshipped us. I always felt like a demigoddess. Wait, it was more than that. I was practically a goddess, not a demigoddess. When I was almost done with high school, I met a nice guy in the library. He was cute, nerdy, and funny. He was also smart and had read all of my favorite books. We had a lot in common and shortly became very close friends. We were platonic friends. I had no romantic interest or involvement with him at that point. I never even planned to. He didn't fit the dating standard for Cargill family members, and I was in a serious relationship with Bendile Siabonga, the most attractive boy in our high school. He was drop-dead gorgeous, the best music student, and the captain of the football team. He was also mixed breed, part South African, part Italian, so you can imagine just how attractive he was. One Saturday, I invited Jordy, my nerdy friend, over to study. He was supposed to help me dissect a few math problems that had been giving me a headache. I didn't think inviting him over would be a problem because I wasn't dating him. And even if I was, he was kind of cute in my childish eyes. Mom knew I was in a serious relationship with Bendile, so I never expected her to react the way she did when she saw me and Jordy studying and laughing in the kitchen.
What exactly is happening here?
She asked as she stormed into the kitchen.
Who is this toad?
Geez, Mom, you can't just go around calling people toads. I've told you this before, I tried whispering.
Well, I wouldn't have to if you stopped hanging out with him.
Mom replied. Jordy looked confused.
Wait, who's the toad? Am I the toad you guys are referring to?
Yes.
My mom and I spoke at the same time. Mom,
Look, young man,
she said, turning to Jordy.
you must have lost your way. This is a house for princes and princesses. We don't accept toads in our territory. So whatever way you hopped in, please hop out and never return.
My mom said while pretending to be a hopping toad. Jordy looked like he was going to burst out laughing any second.
Wow, somebody is cuckoo.
He said, pointing to his head. My mom got even more angry and tried to drag him out of the house, but Jordy stopped her, saying,
Ma'am, if you touch me, I promise to press charges. My dad is a cop.
Whoa, poor, stupid, and ugly. Ooh, I'm so scared. Please don't tell Daddy. Please don't press charges.
Mom said, mocking him.
Cuckoo.
Jordy kept whistling as he majestically walked out of the house. Once he was gone, my mom turned to me.
Let this be the last time you bring a toad into my castle, Lucy.
Oh my God! Mom! You're actually crazy! I screamed as I packed my study books and left for my room. I apologized to Jordy and we continued being friends in secret. Mom never knew. We kept it from everyone. Jordy later became my best friend. After high school, I got admitted into MIT, while Bandile got a scholarship to study in some sports college far away. Our relationship died due to the long distance. At MIT, I met a beautiful girl. She kept short hair and always wore crop tops and baggy trousers. She had tattoos and piercings, all abominations in the Cargill family. She was so attractive and very soon, we started dating. At first, I thought something was wrong with me, so I kept going to church and asking God to forgive me for dating her. With time though, I later got to understand that it was perfectly normal, but I still couldn't tell my parents. My new girlfriend, Lit, kept insisting on meeting my parents. I had met hers and they were such sweethearts. I had to call Jordy to ask him for advice.
Lucy, I've met your mother, and I don't think any other person on this planet should ever have the displeasure of meeting her again.
I laughed. I keep trying to tell Lit that my mother will not accept us, but she's always insisting. I don't know what to do.
Save enough money, because once you make this decision, there's no going back. You might get disowned. Are you ready for that?
Anything for Lit, I said as I hung up. It still took me a full year to summon up the courage to do it. During my second year, I invited Lit over to our family getaway for the Christmas holidays. I knew that it was going to be a crazy Christmas. After everyone was done hugging and welcoming me, my mother turned to Lit, then back to me.
Lucy,
She said with a forced smile.
what did I tell you about bringing toads home?
God, Mom! Lit is not a toad. She's my girlfriend. Everyone went silent. This kind of abomination had never happened in our home before.
What?
Mom asked in a very tiny voice, almost like she was about to cry.
What did you just say?
Lit is my girlfriend, I repeated. Guess what my mother did next? She jumped at Lit like a tiger about to strike its prey, but my dad was able to catch her before she landed on Lit. I blocked Lit immediately. She was trying to be strong, but I could see the tears in her eyes. Dad calmed Mom down and took her inside. Everyone pretended nothing had happened, and we were able to pretend that Lit was actually a toad boy whom I wasn't dating for a full week. Mom never acknowledged her presence. I went grocery shopping one day and somehow managed to forget my purse, so I had to drive back home immediately. As I got to the staircase, I started hearing voices from behind it. It was Mom and Lit.
Yeah, I'm sure you think you do.
My mom smirked.
I really do, ma'am. I love Lucy with all of my heart. Oh, really? Then I guess I don't need this $1 million check I was about to give you. $1 million check?
Lit asked, her eyes sparkling.
You betcha.
My mom replied.
I've also booked a plane ticket for you back home. First class. Have you ever flown first class before? No.
Lit replied, stunned.
Well, this will be your first time. I want you to be very comfortable.
Mom said. Lit tried to grab the check from my mother, but she stretched her hand higher up so Lit couldn't reach it.
I'm sure you know what the condition is, Lit. I know.
Lit replied.
You want me to leave Lucy forever.
I took a deep breath. I couldn't start crying now. I just couldn't. Mom finally gave Lit the check.
Your things have been packed already and the limo is outside waiting for you. Follow the back door and leave immediately.
Lit turned and started leaving, but Mom stopped her.
Wait, stop. Yes, ma'am?
Lit asked.
Have I ever told you just how stupid your name is? What kind of person names a child Lit?
Mom asked with an evil smile on her face.
Naming a child Lit is almost like naming a child failure guaranteed. Now leave my house and never return.
I couldn't believe it. Lit actually took the check, followed the back, got into the limo, and left. I fell on the floor and started sobbing. I felt a hand on my back and turned. It was Mom.
And that is how you remove filth from beautiful gardens.
She tapped my back and left. I was so angry. I got up and entered my car. I was going to confront Lit. How dare she? After everything I'd done for her? No way was she just gonna leave me like that. I followed the limo. I was going to stop her from getting on the plane. Surprisingly, once the limo dropped her at the airport and left, she entered another cab and stopped at a hotel. She took her luggage and checked herself in. I was parked outside, trying to summon the courage to confront her when my phone rang. It was Lit. It took me a few seconds to pick up the phone, but I finally did. Hello?
Hey, babe, you will not believe what just happened.
What happened? I asked, playing dumb. She told me that she was in a hotel but would explain everything to me once I met her up. She gave me her address and I told her that I was on my way. I sat in the car for a little bit longer before coming out. Then I went straight to her hotel room.
Lucy,
She ran and hugged me, but I didn't hug back.
what's the problem?
I stared at her in disgust. What's the problem? Well, I'll tell you what the problem is. You're evil. I know what you did. I know everything.
Huh?
Lit was confused. I know you took $1 million check from my mother in exchange for leaving me. How dare you, you ungrateful twat. Lit took a deep breath. She brought out the check.
Take it and leave.
I was confused.
Take it and get out. Did I leave? Aren't you with me right now? Who called you to come here, huh? Who's in a hotel room instead of an airplane, huh? Who told you the address of the hotel room?
She started crying. I thought for a second and realized my mistake. I didn't think. I had acted out of anger. OMG, you weren't going to leave me.
Yes, you dummy. I can't believe you'd say such mean things to me. Now I want to leave.
I spent the next hour apologizing to her. She finally forgave me and told me that she only took the money because she felt we could elope with it or go on an expensive vacation at least. She was never going to break up with me. I hugged her and we reconciled. I was driving back home to get my passport and a few clothes when I noticed Mom's car parked in a weird spot. When Mom stepped out of the car, I noticed how she was dressed. In all black. A long gown, boots, a scarf, huge sunglasses, and a black lipstick. You'd never know it was her, but I could recognize the woman who gave birth to me no matter what she was wearing. Another woman, dressed almost the same way, came out of another car and met her. They both hugged tightly for a bit too long. They talked for a very long time and kept exchanging tight long hugs every few minutes. I took pictures of everything. Finally, when it seemed like the discussion had ended, they gave each other another very tight hug and then a kiss. One on each cheek. One on the nose, the jaw, and the forehead. Something was going on. My suspicions were finally confirmed when they finally shared one on the lips. It lasted a little bit too long, so I took a lot of pictures. They parted ways, got into their separate cars and left. I followed Mom home, making sure I printed all the pictures immediately after I got home. I invited Lit over for dinner.